guys, I'm Kayleen and I'm here with my sister
Alyssa.
and we've talked to you about our trip to Tenerife, Spain. We're going to tell you a little bit about our fourth day here, which is when we went to Loro Parque, which is also known as the zoo. Our morning off with breakfast at home. I really recommend feeding all the kids because we do have 6 kids in our group, as you can hear some in the background. I recommend feeding them before you leave because, you know, it's first of all from where we're staying, El Pois, I think I'm saying that correctly. The house that we're staying at is around a 45 minute to an hour to Loro Parque, and you want to make sure they're all fed because the last thing you want is get there and then you're feeding them and feeding them and feeding them.
So, also, when you travel to foreign places and if you have picky kids, it's way easier to have breakfast here and have a snack because when you go out, your typical breakfast may not be what they're used to. So, and I have middle school boys, so they're always hungry.
So we got to Loro Parque, and I would say that park is so well maintained.
It's breathtaking. Yeah. From the second, from the actual greenery. I mean,
looks
the
like a jungle.
shade. It is. There's so many impressive parts to it. The shows are included in the price because sometimes you go into a park, and then the next thing you know, half of it's not included in your price. So it was awesome to be able to go see all the different shows for the kids.
And I will say with the shading, if you are here, we're here in March and it's slightly chilly. I would say it's like in the 70s.
You feel like it's fall. I feel like it's warm when the sun's out, but then you need sweater and pants in the nighttime.
But I did visit Loro Parque in the summer at one point, and the shading helped a lot. It actually was quite cool there because of the shading and because it's right next to the ocean. So you're getting like a breeze from the ocean plus the shading.
We're getting a breeze from the ocean right now. We definitely dressed comfortable for this. We saw some really interesting animals. What was cool is if you go to the Atlanta Zoo, the animals are pretty far away from you. This zoo, the animals were right next to the glass. We saw, I mean, up close gorillas, lions.
Oh my god. I love it. King of the jungle. I love it. Oh, they're gonna bite each other. Yeah, that one's just chilling.
Some animals I've never seen before. They look like a combination of an animal.
Oh, that dog!
A dog.
And the kids really enjoyed the shows.
Oh yeah,
and they were short. You know, because sometimes you go to these zoos, and if you're watching the show, like I feel like the parents get bored. I was a little bit bored with like 2 of them, but then at least they were only 15 minutes long. And the kids, my 2-year-old loved it, loved the whole experience. The zoo is great. It's a really good place to spend an afternoon with the kids.
Oh.
They were hungry, so they all ate pasta and pizza there at the park. Prices were super reasonable for the food. I think it was like $8 for a bowl of pasta that fed 2 of mine.
Yeah.
Her kids are a bit older, so they all ate their own pizzas and pastas, but everything was about $8, or €8, which is not so bad.
We probably could have spent more time there. They closed the park around 6 o'clock. I mean, because it's shaded and very comfortable with the weather, it makes it much more enjoyable. You know, the heat isn't beating on you, and you have so many different sections. The penguins were awesome.
Yes.
You literally stood on a conveyor belt, and it just wrapped you around all the different penguins on icebergs. It was outstanding.
If you are there in the summertime, it's great because I remember doing that in the summer, and it was amazing because it's hot out, and then you go through the penguin exhibit, and you're like, oh, I feel much better after that.
It was so neat.
So after Loro Parque, the kids probably could have stayed a lot longer, but we did get there a little bit late that day because our plans had changed. We got home, we drove home. We
drive real fast.
Yeah. Well, it feels like we're driving fast, but it's not so fast.
Well, it says 120 kilometers on the.
It's not that fast.
It just feels fast because I feel like the roads are thin and the cliff is right next to you, but it's fun, you know?
So that night we had dinner plans at Kazan.
Yum.
Another Michelin restaurant, Japanese Michelin restaurant on the island. From our house, it took us around 30 minutes to get there. It's in Santa Cruz. And it was another amazing experience. My husband has been there in the past, and there was a server that he knew. So he asked the server to bring us the best dishes of the house. We kind of let the server choose. He was a little bit nervous about the price at the very end because, you know, when you have a server bring you whatever they think, then you never know what the bill's going to end up.
We had sake this night. It was really good.
But with everything that we had, it was only like $75 per person, so it still wasn't so bad.
Yeah. I mean, it melted in your mouth.
It was
sushi.
Yeah, some of the
Sashimi.
best sashimi I've ever tried in my life.
There's quail eggs on top of
The truffle, yes, the truffle,
truffles. Yes, outstanding.
outstanding. And
Similar restaurant setup, so it's a little bigger. You can dress comfortable, but you also need to kind of dress up a little bit.
just a little. You don't need to be in like a full-on going out outfit, but jeans, nice top, maybe some heels.
Yeah, another place where you felt like you got great service, and it was one of those once-in-a-lifetime places that you can go try.
Yeah, and it's not very expensive to eat there, and you're getting such a great meal for what you're.
And these are already two restaurants where you're leaving the kids. So these would be, if you came here, I would highly recommend these two to start with as a night out. But then you have all these little cafes and coffee shops and bars. And it has a great tradition around here, especially with like hanging out and talking.
And if I can make a recommendation, I would go to Kazan first, and then Juan Carlos. In that order, only because it's hard. They are two completely different restaurants, but
both Michelin stars.
Yes.
And now I can say I've been to two.
Thank you again for watching, and look out for our next video on our 5th day in Tenerife. Bye.